Hi, this is Shoptalk. I'm Lexi Schulze, sitting in for Ria Tanhuat Cotrillo. It's been almost a month since the 2011 to 2012 school year started. Now, for some students, that means attending regular classes plus getting supplementary education or tutoring programs from learning centers. If you're planning to put up your own learning center, then it's best to learn from the successful entrepreneurs in the field. And of course, first up we have Rowena Matti. She's the CEO of Galileo Enrichment Learning Program, a business she started with fellow educators around 7 years ago. Hi Rowena, welcome to the show.
Hi, good afternoon.
You know, at this point, we see a lot of tutoring clubs out there, but you actually started one on your own. Why did you decide to do something like that?
I grew up in a preschool. My mom started a preschool when I was 2 years old.
So you were exposed to education both sides?
Yes.
From the start?
Yes.
Okay.
And as I was growing up, I knew I was going to end up helping my mother because I really enjoyed what she was doing.
Because you were a teacher for a while,
yes.
a preschool teacher?
Yes,
or, okay.
yes, I helped out in the school.
Okay.
But what I realized is a lot of Filipinos were having a difficult time in math and English.
And these are core subjects
Yes.
that need to be, I guess you have to make sure that they're doing well in it.
Yes.
And how did you find this out?
Because a lot of parents who would enroll their children would tell us, oh, he's not good in math, or can you help my child in math? Can
During
you tutor?
preschool?
Yes.
It's already
because they're
that
preparing. In preschool, it's not so obvious,
Yes.
but when they get to elementary, when they get to grade 1,
Yes. Because there's a big shift. Isn't
easy
there?
as
A big
grade
jump.
2, they already have a difficult time in math. They already say they have a hard time in math. They need a tutor.
And you were also saying that there was an international sort of testing ground that the Filipinos did very poorly at, especially in English and math.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk about that.
There's what you call the TIMS.
Okay.
That's the Trend in International Survey for Science and Math.
Okay.
So the Philippines joined, and we found out that we're in the bottom third.
And this bracket would be 3 to 12 years old? Or?
Different ages, but out of about 65 countries.
Wow. And this is what sparked your
Yes.
want to help the Filipino
Yes.
kids improve.
Yes, so I said if ever I'm going to put up something or help out my mother, it has to be something that will really help the Filipinos. And I
Yes.
thought it would be in math and English.
So you didn't decide to put up a school, but a supplementary program
Yes.
for kids.
Yes.
Why did you decide to call it Galileo?
Because for me, Galileo, when we researched, is a fearless educator. At his time, he already...
On the forefront of different things,
Yes,
forward
yes,
thinking.
yes.
And for
And
Galileo...
these are the kind of people that we would like to develop.
Of
We would
course.
want the Filipinos to be that way.
Okay, but this is not your average way of learning, because a lot of us grew up in Catholic girls' schools, or you know, those schools that are very much you
Traditional,
memorize it, very
yes.
traditional, you get graded. But
Yes.
now there are a lot of progressive schools sort of popping up. And in Galileo, is this how you teach?
One thing good about education, it's very dynamic.
Right.
So through research, you find out different ways. And the best way to learn to teach children is to teach them while they're having fun.
Of course, because
And-
they feel like it's play.
Yes, and then so they don't feel that they're working. And another important thing is they should understand anything that you teach them.
So concepts are not to be memorized necessarily.
Yes.
but-
They have to understand it from the root.
So what is the age range of the kids that you teach in Galileo?
The youngest are 3 years old. It's 3 to 12 years old. We really work on the foundation because we believe after grade 6, grade 7, they should be able to go on their own.
So coming in at like, let's say 10 years old, do you find that some children are their foundation is really not grounded in something solid? Can you still fix that?
Yes.
At 10?
Yeah. Nothing is impossible.
Okay.
And
Well,
what's
that's a good
important
mindset.
is, yes, what's important is the attitude also of the child and of the parents.
Right.
We work not only with the children, but also with the parents and all the other educators.
But would you say that the students who go into Galileo, are they the ones that are falling behind in class? Or do you find that a lot of parents in our society are very competitive and they sort of want to get their kids in there and get them ahead? Because when you practice more, you improve in school.
Exactly. Parents now are more proactive.
Right. They're involved.
Yes, they're involved. Even the fathers, which is surprising because before it's really just the mother.
Sila ata ang mas competitive eh.
Because they're thinking already what's going to happen to my child in high school or after graduation.
Right.
So what happens is, even before they encounter any problems in their academics, they already start. That's why we start at 3 years old, and we encourage them to start at that age. Because this is the time where you can really give them the best foundation.
Of course.
But in any age, they can come in. We always start with an assessment.
Okay.
To know the level of the child, not because he's three years old, he will start at this level. He's 10 years old, he will start at this level. So we really assess. What's important is the role of an enrichment program is really to bridge the gap between what they're supposed to know in school and what they really know, so that they'll be able to catch up.
Right.
But you don't have to wait when the child is already having a difficult time, because the idea is he has to be able to answer all the questions in school, be comfortable in math.
Because he knows the concept.
Because he knows it. So while the teacher is explaining it, the child easily
Grasps it
understands.
already.
Yeah, the grasp of the topic is very
So take us through a normal day in Galileo, because your students, do you put them together, like let's say 5 3-year-olds together, or is it more of like the Montessori
ages.
method where it's a mix of ages?
Yeah, different ages. It's fun when they come in. We start with an assessment, as I mentioned earlier. Once we know their level, we design a program specifically for the child.
Okay.
So the child will go on at his own pace. He can come in anytime, but they specify like it's only twice a week. So they can say every Monday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Friday, or Wednesday and Saturday. They specify, they come. So when they come to the center after the regular assessment and explaining to the mom what the child will do, on the first day, when the child comes in, he does 5 different things.
Wow.
These 5 different things will make sure that he understands every topic that's presented.
Okay.
So there's what we call the tactile launch pad. These are manipulatives to make the child understand better any topic that's presented. Let's say, for numbers, 1, you don't just tell him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he has to understand it. 1 is an object. 1 is really just one.
So it's a tangible,
Yes.
this is 1 apple,
Yes,
or this is
yes.
1 building block.
Yes.
Okay, and to
then
1 to let's
That's
say,
1 center.
Yes,
and then
correct.
the next one is the flashcards. We
So
call
you
it the
believe in
space
flashcards?
race. Yes, because
Okay.
you have to see also and you have to hear. And then the third is the Nova data. They have worksheets.
Okay.
They still have to practice writing and learn how to write it. And then we have the book galaxy. We believe that they should continue reading. They should learn how to read, because a lot of children now prefer to watch TV
Of
or
course.
play with the computer.
Of course.
For us, we let them go back to reading, because it's important to read and to like reading. And the 5th is their favorite, the computer. We have a software that will teach them all the topics that are taught. But they learn each topic in those 5 different ways. So if you learn it in 5 different ways, it's impossible
really
that you...
stick.
Yes, and it's impossible that you won't understand it. And what's important with understanding it is you won't forget.
Correct.
Like if you learn multiplication and you have to memorize it, if you forget, you can't answer the question in the
Correct,
test.
correct.
But if you understand it, 5 times 5
You
is
can dig
actually,
somewhere in there.
Yeah, 5 plus 5 plus 5
Is
plus
this what
5.
you brought with us today? Because you were saying to me a while ago that you also focus now on Singapore math. This is
Yes,
something that
yes.
is this for Singapore math?
This is more for Singapore
Okay,
math,
maybe you
yes.
can give us a little bit of a demo so
Okay.
that people know exactly what Singapore math is and why it's becoming so popular.
Okay, so in Galileo, we have both the regular math, the way it's taught in school, and the Singapore math.
Okay.
There are some schools that are offering it like right now, Ateneo, Xavier, ICA.
So the traditional schools are offering
Yes,
Singapore
Assumption
math.
started this year,
Okay.
Miriam College, and UNO, and some other schools. What's good about this system, for us, we really want to promote it because children really learn, and children love it.
And they look like
children-
toys.
Yeah, so
Guess
even
that's why.
I enjoy it. So you don't teach them the numbers right away.
Okay.
You teach them the concept,
Okay.
how to understand it. So what's good with Singapore math is it's concrete. How they teach it is concrete, pictorial, and abstract. So you start with concrete objects.
Okay.
Like this one. When you teach this to a child,
You're not going to make me add, are you?
no.
I'm just kidding.
So there are numbers.
Okay.
And then you put something, let's say a number 3. This is the best way to show the value of numbers. So if you put this in 3 and this is 3, you will see that it's equal.
Correct, correct.
Okay. But if you put it here in 1 and this is 3, you
Three
know
is more
that 3
mabigat.
is more
So it's
than
more.
1. See, you understand it. And then if you
Okay.
want to teach the concept of addition,
Even our camera crew's like, oh, we get it.
so let's say this is 3. What do
Okay.
you add to 1 to get 3? So if you add 2, will it be equal? If it's equal, 1 plus 2
everybody,
is 3. I'm using small numbers. Then,
No, it's true though,
oo.
because you can grasp the concept by seeing it, but by also,
Yes.
it's very tangible.
So you really understand it. And then when they teach addition, they use this. And 1 is really 1 block.
Okay.
And then if you put it together, 1 and 1 are 2 blocks.
Right, okay.
And then when they go on teaching it in a more abstract way, so you imagine the blocks here.
Yes.
So you know 1 and 1.
But may foundation ka na.
Oo. So 1 and 1, you know what you're looking for is actually 2.
But there is a Singapore festival, a Singapore Math Festival
Yes,
coming up. Maybe you want to talk about that a bit before we talk about prices and how we can get in touch with you.
Okay. Since the trend now, which is really changing the landscape of math education in the Philippines, is Singapore Math, and we're really promoting it and we're teaching it in most of our centers in Metro Manila. The provinces are not yet into Singapore Math, so we don't teach it there
Focus
yet.
muna Manila.
Yeah. We're going to have the very first Singapore Math Festival here in the Philippines on October 8th.
October 8th. I'm
Yes.
sure lots of parents are interested.
Yeah, parents and educators are invited. This will be at the AIM Conference Center.
Okay.
It will be a whole day affair. It will be from about 8 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The speakers are Queen Ali Chua and her son Scott Lee Chua. And then we have a Singaporean who's the best in Singapore math now, Mr. Ban Haryep. And there will be breakout sessions to be handled by the coordinators of math coordinators of ICA, Xavier, and Ateneo, and maybe some speakers from other schools.
So what about price range? I mean, for Galileo, I was asking you a while ago, what you have to do is per month. Like,
Yes.
let's say it's coming up to August.
Yes.
Well, we started July.
For Galileo, they can come in any time of the year.
Okay.
So
it's a per month
started-
basis.
Yeah, some start during the summer because they're not busy.
Right.
But we encourage them to continue up to the end of the program. We have 10 levels. We have 4 levels of preschool and 6 levels of elementary. So they can come in any time in the month. They enroll, we give them an assessment. It's 1,860 a month per subject because we have math and we have English.
Right, because you only focus on math and English, because
Yes.
that's really the foundation.
Yes,
for-
because those are the 2 subjects that you really need to be good in all the other subjects.
Correct. Well, as a business though, how profitable is it for you? You've done it for how many years now?
If you're an educator, of course, the last thing you want to think of is really the profit. But of course, they earn. We partner with schools, so they already have the school.
Because
There's
you
additional
franchised so many as well. You
Yes,
have 23 outlets
centers.
now.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
So we partner with schools. We partner with individuals who want to set up a standalone center.
Right.
We work with corporations also.
Okay, so in case people want to get in touch with you, I'm sure they'll want to.
They can call us. Our number is easy: 845-1234.
Oh, okay.
845-1234. And we have a website,
Okay.
galileoenrichment.com.
Okay, well, Rowena, thanks so much for helping the
you.
Filipino kids improve, and I'm sure, I wish you all the best, and I'm sure you're doing great stuff.
Thank you.
We're taking a quick break now. Stay tuned. Shop Talk will be right back.